In this video, we're going to take a look at some Forge World goodness. Unboxing or an unbagging really, but to get to the unbagging we need to do an unboxing, so we are going to do that. Just a quick haul from well, not really a haul, just a few bits really from Forge World. Been selling some stuff, as you'll know. Sold my Blood Angel army, so I've got quite a lot of funds knocking around, to be honest, and I'm not going mad at the moment, not spending it all, but I just wanted to pick up a couple of bits, and I shall explain the reasonings for those as we get to them. So, right then, so this is it. This is the delivery from Forge World. I picked up another Raven Guard Contemptor Dreadnought because, again, I think I've said this publicly and I will stick by it. I think the Contemptor Dreadnought from Forge World is my favourite Forge World model. I just love its dynamism. I love the posing ability. I love that it's kind of, you kind of get that Titan experience almost, where you can pose the feet, pose the legs, pose the hips, the body, and then the arms, and you've got the different weapon options and stuff. You know, so really like Contemptor Dreadnoughts. I've already got one loaded up with Carey's assault cannon and chain fist. This one is going to have a conversion beamer again. I went to I'll talk about that in a sec. So another chain fist. So that's the theme. I'm going to have 3 in a Talon. They're all going to have chain fists, and they're all going to have a ranged weapon. So, like I said, I've got one with the Carey's. This one's got a conversion beamer. Went up against a Contemptor at a recent tournament event I went to, and it had a conversion beamer, and it kicked my ass big time. So, and I'd never really considered a conversion beamer, to be honest. So I thought, well, why not? I've never built one, never painted one. So I thought I'll slap one on my Raven Guard Dreadnought. So that's that. Oh, and the reason I bought another Dreadnought effectively was because Forge World were doing a deal in May 2019. If you bought a Contemptor body and 2 weapon options, you got one of the weapons free. So save a tenner, you know, on your purchase. So I thought that was a deal not to be missed, seeing as I was buying Dreadnoughts anyway. So that's that. But the thing I want to unbox, or I thought unbag actually, but it's in a box. So there we go. So we are going to look at the Dreadnought drop pod. Finally, they are back. When they were first out and about, I think I must have been collecting 40k Blood Angels at the time. Wasn't really into drop podding Dreadnoughts or Contemptors or whatever. So never really kind of passed me by. Didn't really know much about them. Then I believe the mold broke, and the Legion Dreadnought drop pod was not available for quite some time, and now it is back and available again. So I picked one up. I'm going to have Dreadnoughts for my Raven Guard army, so I'll probably pick up 2 or 3 of these Dreadnought drop pods just so I can deep strike them in. So let's have a look. Right, comes in a white box. White box is sealed, as you might expect with Forge World. So what do you get? I'm not expecting a huge amount of parts, to be honest. You get a little bag and a big bag and some loose bits and some more loose bits. Oh, let's have a look. Lots of loose bits and a little A5 pamphlet. And that's the empty box, and then we've got some stuff wrapped in bubble wrap too. So let's have a look at the this was checked by someone, AS, on the 19th of March, maybe, don't know. Anyway, so that's really handy if you are unfamiliar with building resin model kits. That's absolutely essential reading. And then we've got our Legion Dreadnought drop pod, and see, it's not a toy. I'll have to tell my wife that it's not a toy. So yeah, not many bits at all. So we've got 3 fins, 3 doors, 3 left hinges, 3 right hinges, 3 small turbines, 3 Aquilas, a lower engine, an upper engine, and a base, and that's it. So those of you familiar with the plastic drop pod kit from Games Workshop will notice that this is very similar, putting our small turbines in the base of it, and then we build our upper engine, lower engine, and then the fins go into the base and the engine assembly, and then we've got some doors and some hinge bits there. Oh, and that looks quite good with the plastic Dreadnought, with the plastic drop pod. You have to commit, and so it looks like you can. So you can glue all your fins in, and then you can glue your doors in and put the hinges in. So, and then put your Aquillas in if you choose to do so. So, fantastic. Okay, let's have a look. So, right, we get our 3 small turbines, which look pretty good. Again, not much to write home about there. So we get those. Then we get our 3 Aquillas. They're very crisp and actually usable. Some of these small parts from Forge World, you find that they're a real nightmare to get off the gates, but these have been done nicely, where you can just snip them off there, quick sand, and then they're good to go. So that's good. Then we've got, I'm guessing, pairs of hinges. So, 3 left and 3 right. So they've got holes in there. So I don't know what would be the better option, whether they just glue in and you can just utilize the door function, or whether magnets might be the way to go. I'll have a look when I start building it. So that's our 3 hinge sets. Then we've got our our upper engine. And again, very nice looking and crisp and clean. Not greasy at all, which is nice. But again, those familiar with the regular drop pod will see some familiarities there. So that's that. Then let's have a look in this one. So we've got this bag and bubble wrapped. So this is, oh gosh, that's nice. Our lower engine assembly. Oh, that's very nice. Again, not seen these kits. It's really nice buying Forge World kits you have never had before, because you see all these new bits, new components that you, yeah, a bit of a slippage there, but I can knock that off. That's okay. Yeah, it's slippage right at the top where the gate is, but the rest of it looks good and clean. And I suppose more importantly, these bits here, these sections here and this little hatch, it's all very nice, crisp and clean. And yeah, these are slot in. There's sort of an obvious way it goes together. So we've got that. Then we've got, let's have a look at fins, all individually wrapped, so potentially fragile. But again, very, very similar to our regular plastic drop pod. I mean, they're virtually the same actually, but bigger. But nicely done as well, nicely cast. So that's one. And another. Again, really smooth actually. They're not what do I mean? Not greasy, not release agent. Not release agenty. And there's our third. They're all the same. But very nice, very, very nice. They don't look particularly warped either. So that's good. So we've got 3 of those. I'll put those to the one side. And then we've got 3 doors. Okay. This is the chunky resin bits. So we have got, wow, they are chunky. They're very heavy and very nice. So you've got some hinge work here. There we go. Got some nice pins for our hinge section. So I think this is going to go together very nicely. And again, because we can just paint these off the model and then paint the hinge sections and just glue it all together and have the doors working and the interior painted, because, well, why wouldn't you? So that's really cool. So that's one. And then another. Really crisp. Again, I'm not sure what I'll do. I might put the Aquillas in. I might just fill these off and have some Raven Guard iconography on there instead. We'll see how it goes. And those Yeah, really nice, really smooth, not greasy, very thick, and on the face of it, no warpage. And then we've got this huge chunk at the base. So they've gone to the trouble of casting 3 of the small turbines in there, and then the other 3 you've got to glue in yourself. So I don't know why they might. Don't know. I wonder why they've done that. I wonder why they just didn't cast it with all 6. Who knows? But again, very nice, clean cast. Yeah, it's just nothing there, flash. So yeah, it looks like the doors go in. Again, we're not going to be able to demonstrate because of all the gates, but yeah, and the hinges are just going to glue down onto these bits here. Floor's very nice. Again, I mean, with the plastic drop pods that I've been doing, I've been painting pretty much everything in sub-assemblies. So, and I might well do the same with this. So this will be a sub-assembly. I'll paint this because this will have kind of a whatever effect I'm going to go for on the floor and the floor of the doors, and then do some hazard striping on the edges, just because, and then paint the exterior, and then paint the fins, my black/white combo, and then have all those as sub assemblies, and then start gluing it together. So there we go. We can have a look actually. So these bits, yeah, they fit in. Oh, look at that. They fit in really nicely. So that's a really chunky, what's the word? Can't think of the word. Nub, and it just fits in there beautifully. So that's going to be lovely. That's going to fit together really nicely. Yeah, that's sweet. This, how much does this go for? 65 quid. This is £65 for a Dreadnought drop pod. Your regular run-of-the-mill drop pod, plastic drop pod from Games Workshop, goes for about £30. When I've built it and painted it and all of that sort of stuff, we should do some size comparisons, just to see how much bigger a Dreadnought drop pod is to your traditional plastic one. So that's it for this one, though. I do like this model. I like it a lot. I have grown to love drop pods. I've done 3 plastic ones for my my Raven Guard. I've got another plastic one to do, and now a resin one. And like I said, I'll probably get a couple more. So I've got 3, so I can, do some sort of 3 Contempt the Talon event, whatever it might be. So, and I think 3 would look quite cool. And there we go. So that's it for this one, guys. Again, questions, queries, comments, let me know. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, guys.